What up, everybody? A new Force Season 3 teaser came out yesterday with our first look into a few more scenes from Season 3. This trailer also had some of the clips that we've already seen in either the official trailer or the other teaser videos that I'm not going to spend too much time talking about in this particular video because I'm just going to focus on the new scenes. And there was another promo video that was released yesterday also with different members of the Force cast talking about the upcoming season. And in that video, there were words thrown out there like unpredictable and redemption. So based on all these teaser videos, we think we have an idea of what's about to happen. But the writers are going to throw us a curveball, similar to Raising Kanan Season 4 and the death of Famous. How most of us didn't see Snaps and Pop being behind his death coming. That video also mentioned the word surprises. So hopefully some of the surprises we get in Season 3 is a few crossovers with either Power Book 2 characters or OG Power characters. Keeping in mind that Gary Lennon did tease at the end of Season 2 about bringing back an OG Power character in Force Season 3 to dirty things up. This teaser starts out with one of the scenes from the trailer where Tommy had his finger next to his mouth telling someone to be quiet. This is likely because of the listening device that the feds have in Tommy's loft. Someone was probably in there trying to talk business, but Tommy plans on using Vic and this listening device to cause more confusion with the feds, like how he sent them to arrest Claudia and the Serbs in Season 2. Then we get to one of the most interesting scenes from the trailer, and this is someone on a sports bike popping a wheelie as they ride down the street. Keeping in mind that the trailer shows a mystery character on a bike shooting some people with diamonds standing behind them. And this particular teaser shows two more scenes of somebody on a sports bike, one wearing an orange helmet and another with somebody on a bike doing donuts in the street with a whole bunch of people watching them excited, recording the biker on their phones. But notice that all these bikes, including the one from the Season 3 trailer, are all different bikes. The bike that was riding down the street popping a wheelie is black and green. The bike that was being ridden by the driver in the orange helmet is blue, black, and turquoise. And the bike that was doing donuts being recorded is all black. And none of them are the same bike that was in the garage with Diamond and them shooting somebody, because that looks like a complete different model. One of the things about these sports bikes to keep in mind is that some of them have top speeds of over 200 miles an hour. Then there's another clip in the same teaser that shows what looks to be Shanti lighting a blunt, even though it doesn't show their full face in the clip. But it looks like Shanti's wearing the same blue, red, and white outfit in this clip as the person who was popping a wheelie on a black and green bike. But because there's now 4 different clips of people on motorcycles with a different bike on each clip, it's hard to say that it's Shanti in each of these clips though. And with that said, I've had some people in my comments recently trying to say that it was Shanti on the bike in the garage that was shooting some people with Diamond behind them because Shanti was wearing the same outfit in the clip when she was warning Tommy that Diamond and Jannard are looking out for each other. So I'm putting a side-by-side view of these 2 clips on the screen to show that she's not wearing the same outfit. And I'm not saying it's not Shanti who was in front of Diamond in that garage on the bike. But if it is, she's not wearing the same clothes that she was when she was talking to Tommy. Then the next clip shows what looks to be a stripper walking from behind, and it shows 2 men in front of her. But we can't tell who they are because they're blurred out as the camera was focused on the stripper. Keeping in mind that last season, Shanti, Claudia, and her friend Elise were doing business in different strip clubs. So this could potentially be one of those same clubs, as one of the cliffhangers going into Season 3 is whether Claudia Flint is dead or alive. And even though they haven't shown her in any of the teasers, I don't think they would because they want it to be a surprise if she is alive. Similar to Book 2 Season 3 at the end of Episode 1, it was revealed that Lauren Baldwin was alive. Next it shows Miguel strapped with a gun in his hand at what looks to be some kind of warehouse, like he's potentially about to get into a shootout or something like that. Keeping in mind at the end of Season 2, Che made Miguel shake hands with Diamond and Tommy and agree on peace. But with that said, none of the trailers have shown Che in them yet, so if something were to happen to Che, that would mean all peace agreements would be off the table. and we could see several wars taking place between different gangs in Season 3 as they fight for power and control over the Chicago drug game. Then it shows Tommy, and he has a phone in his hand like he just got off the phone, and the expression on Tommy's face looks like he's about to cry. This could potentially be Tommy getting the phone call that JP's been killed. But also keep in mind that at some point in Season 3, we might see Tommy getting the phone call from Kate back in New York telling him that Monet Tejada had dropped off a letter for him. At this point in time, Kate also had moving boxes at her house in New York, so we'll know if we see Kate going back to New York to pack her things to move to Chicago. We're about to see Tommy heading back to New York City. The next scene to talk about shows Marshall getting hit in the stomach with a pistol, and it looks like he's getting hit by one of the masked guys that the trailers show getting in a shootout behind a bar. Marshall was seen with CBI members in a couple different clips from the trailers, but he's also been seen preparing for shootouts in a couple clips with D-Mac as well. Keep it in mind that Diamond and Jannard have plans to hand D-Mac over to King Kilo. Then it shows Vic with a gun pointed at his neck. It doesn't show who's pointing the gun at Vic's neck, but we can tell from this person's hands that it's almost guaranteed to be Tommy. And Tommy pointing the gun at Vic's neck like that is an Easter egg going back to Season 2 when Tommy was on the hunt for Liliana's killer, and he did the same thing to Claudia Flynn, pointing his gun at her neck the same way. This is likely a warning from Tommy, letting Vic know not to cross him, with Vic knowing that Tommy knows he's a snitch. Then it shows a man getting ran over by an Audi, and this could potentially be Mireya running this man over, because the other promo clip released yesterday showed Mireya in a car in what looks to be the same area. Mireya was also shopping for an Audi in Season 2, but with that said, Mireya was shopping for a white Audi, not a black one, and it later showed her driving a silver car at Che's daughter's quinceañera. And the last scene from this trailer I want to talk about is Big Smurf with a gun in each hand, firing down and putting a whole lot of bullet holes into somebody. Smurf is back on the screen after being torched in the fire at the Crimson Projects in Season 2. Prior to that, Smurf was one of Tommy's most trusted soldiers in CBI. But in Season 3, it doesn't look like Smurf is going to side with Tommy when he splits with CBI and becomes a lone wolf. But concerning this scene with Smurf shooting somebody, keep in mind there's also a scene from the Season 3 teaser that shows him screaming. And Smurf is wearing the same outfit in both of these clips. So it looks like somebody that Smurf is close to gets killed, and he wastes no time getting revenge the same day while still wearing the same clothes. But this could all potentially play a part in everyone turning on Tommy. Keeping in mind that the trailer has Jannard blaming Tommy for several members of CBI getting shot. Jannard could even go as far as putting it in someone like Smurf's head that the reason he got lit up at the Crimson Projects is because of Tommy's beef with the Serbs. And there you have it. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.